Right, I've come up onto the roof of our studios in central London, where I can confirm it's a pretty miserable day, isn't it? Plenty of rain, a very wet day for all of us. The big question on everyone's lips is, though, are we going to get snow, and if so, when? Well, we've already seen a fair bit of snow to the north of us in the UK. It is coming our way. It's not a sort of a band of snow. What's going to happen is that this rain potentially could turn into snow. Now, the difficulty the Met Office and forecasts have got is that we use various different computer programs, and they all come up with their own model of exactly what's happening, and normally they converge and you have a very similar idea. Today there's a fair bit of variation on exactly what's going on. Our best guess at the moment is between 5 p.m. and 9 p.m. is when we're most likely to see the snow in London. What's going to happen? Well, we're going to see this very cold air undercutting, and that cold air will turn the rain that we're seeing into snow. So I would say between about 6 and 8 when we'll see the likeliest, heaviest amounts of snow, which of course is rush hour and isn't fantastic. That's going to be combined with some very strong winds. Now, the strongest gusts of wind we think are going to be to the south of London, where we could see gusts of up to 40, even 45 miles an hour. So that, combined with potential snow, could lead to blizzard conditions, could make it very dangerous on the roads, and could well cause a fair bit of disruption. Now, how much snow are we talking about? Well, that's another great question we're not exactly sure about. The most likely places to see any of it settling are going to be over higher ground, so places like the Downs, like the Chilterns, and there's a reasonable chance we could see between 5 and 10 centimetres of snow settling there. On lower ground, for the rest of us and most of us, well, probably at the moment we're saying about a 20% chance of seeing up to 5 centimetres of snow settle. So I don't think it's going to be a case of snowball fights and a lovely sort of white scene. It's going to be more like cold, wet, sleety snow and some very difficult conditions, as I mentioned. There is a chance for more snow actually tomorrow morning as well. At the moment it looks like it's going to be between about 8 and 10 in the morning, so again timing itself for rush hour, and because we'll be into the colder air then, it's probably more likely that some of that may settle, though again it's probably not going to be particularly thick. So to summarise, really, we're not exactly sure exactly what's going on. It is going to stay wet for the rest of the afternoon. As we get that colder air coming in from about 5 o'clock onwards, there's the risk the rain then turns to snow, most likely to settle over higher ground, where we've got up to 5, even 10 centimetres likely to settle. At lower ground, only about a 20% chance we'll see the snow settle, but we are in for some quite blizzardy conditions, very strong gusts of wind as the snow arrives, and a cold front pushes through. So at about 6 o'clock tonight we expect the strongest winds, 45 miles an hour, gusting in places. For all of us, it's going to be a pretty cold and wet day, and I suggest the best place to be is inside, which is where I'm going to go now. Bye-bye.